chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard.
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15 line, 15 line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Martinez now operating from the gun. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Okay, ready? Mike, 49. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Ready.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On second down, it's Cohen. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Check. Lucky. Watch the edge.
On second down and 4. Vick flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check nickel. And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check 15. Shoot. Yeah.
From the gun, Vick forced out to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Kill. Check 31.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Martinez. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here comes Grant on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they try the right side here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Vick on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Vick readies to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They run. This is Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Martinez. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Cullen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Martinez from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 45 on 2nd down, Vick being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. No. Off. Pass it. Tighten up. Go. Mike 51. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Joker.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Switch up. Go. Watch the twist. Switch. Kill.
Vic operating on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Show it. Shoot. Under 10.
To throw again. Vic. Steps away to his left. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Vic. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. You don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Let's go now. 50, play. QB,
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing, Vic, forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And all the way down to the 37. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
A first down throw coming for Vic. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the red zone now, Vic. Anderson a first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point. And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Switch it. Come on. Check. Zip it.
So here's Vic following the interception. Flush to his right. He's going to take a and this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant with his second touchdown of the night. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On third down, it's Cohen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mike 37. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd and 9, Vic dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Vic to throw it. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Okay, double up. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Vic will look to throw on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss.
I got you, boy.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Get in the weight room. Back, back, back. Same on. Double up, double up. Yup, yo. Double up. Check your hot read. Check, check. Let it go.
Third and long for Vick. Out to his left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The Bears on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get...
And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
Here we go. Check 99.
first down. Here's White. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw is Martinez. To throw on second down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Here's Martinez. Looking to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Martinez throwing on fourth down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First down, Vic. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now left side on the swing pass. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Vic, he completes this one to Mack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 19-yard line.
Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. Flushed out right. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Vic, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible. Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one. They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Eagles, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.